Just couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Here comes the Saints offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. He finds Johnson.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Run here with Kamara. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a race down the right side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints break the tie and go up by 6. Groupie to try the point after. And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Dumped off to his running back. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get this one tied. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
And he's denied the goal line. They pushed him out of the 2, and that keeps 2 off the scoreboard. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He's got it on the bootleg. And they pick him off again. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And in overtime, it was their defense who actually came up with the heroics, not by making a stop, but by being the ones to score that game-ending touchdown. What an unexpected and exciting way to conclude this incredible ball game.